Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Next message, in Malayalam we used to say whatever good things you have done, the result and the reward of that good things you will be getting. Whatever bad things you are doing, the result and the reward that you will be getting. This is a message from Valmiki Ramayana when Ratnagara, the burglar in the forest, just grabbed the properties of the rishis and other people who lived or who were passing through the forest. And all the accumulated stolen material he used to give to his wife. And Ratnagara asked his wife, when I am bringing all these stolen materials and handing over to you and you are making a good livelihood with that material, so may I ask you one question, when I do these negatives, you will also be sharing the result and the reward or result and punishment of that bad thing I am doing. Immediately the wife of Ratnagara said, whatever bad things you are doing, I will not be sharing the result and punishment of that bad things. That you have to suffer, you have to experience. I am only an instrument. I never told you to steal something from the poor people or good people. That you have done, so you have to suffer, I will not be suffering. This created a big impact on that burglar, Sri Ratnagara, who later got converted into Valmiki and wrote 24,000 slokas of Valmiki Ramayana. Tan nirandaram cheyyunna karma. Those who are doing their bad activities and their good activities, that fellow will be experiencing the result and reward and the result and punishment of that bad action. Now see how scientifically it is true. Sir Isaac Newton said for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now you just extrapolate it. For every good action there is an equal and opposite good reaction. For every bad action there is an equal and opposite bad reaction. This is what Sir Isaac Newton said 400 years ago. Now you see what in Treda Yuga, Ratnagara's wife told, for every good action there is an equal and opposite good reaction to be experienced by the actor. For every bad action there is an equal and opposite bad reaction to be experienced by the actor. It should be experienced by the actor, not this witness or other people. So remember, our method, our message created in Valmiki Ramayana in Treda Yuga is more perfect than the message given by Sir Isaac Newton scientifically or logically. So our spiritual enrichment, motivation comes from these type of messages. Next point, one Upanishadic sloka. Bhadram karne vishrunuyama deva Bhadram pashyema kshamirya jatraha stirai rangaihi tushtuvagam sastanobhyar veshema devahitam yadayuho. The prayer given as the Shanti mantra of Upanishad. Shanti mantra means the mantra which is needed for Adhyatmika Shanti, individual peace, Adi Bauddhika Shanti, peaceful environment around you. Adhidevata Shanti, the peaceful environmental system in total. So Adhyatmika Shanti, Shanti within your body. Adi Bauddhika Shanti, Shanti or peace around you. Adhidevata Shanti, Shanti in the environment. So remember that when the Shanti comes, when you listen, when you watch, when you discuss, when you think, when you practice positives, automatically individual Shanti and also Shanti around you will be automatically coming. So what our Upanishad Shanti mantra for Adhyatmika Shanti, Adi Bautika Shanti, Adi Devata Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It tells you that Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama deva, smagam karnebhi he deva bhadrameva shrunuyama. Let us all listen to very glorious messages. Let us all listen to very glorious messages. Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama deva. Bhadram pashyema akshamirya jatraha. Let us all watch to the glorious scenes and glorious event around us. Let us all listen good things. Let us all watch good things. Stirairangaihi tushtuvagam sastanubi. Stirairangaihi, healthy organs of the body. Healthy organs of the body by which our body is constituted. Stirairangaihi tushtuvagam sastanubihi. Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu. If the body is living for a long period, till then let me do good things, let me do glorious things, let me do divine things. Let me undertake a divine glorious mission till my last breath. Remember that T.S. Eliot, the great English poet, said, every breath is taking you towards graveyard. If date of birth is there, inevitably date of death is there. When the time is moving from the future to the past, you are moving from past to future. When the time is moving from future to the past, we are moving from past to future. So it's moving in the opposite direction. If date of birth is there, inevitably date of death is there. So in between D of B and D of D, how long you are living, nobody is bothered too much about it. But in between date of birth and date of death, how you are living is very important. For making that life glorious, for making the life useful, fruitful, purposeful and meaningful, for making our life useful, purposeful, fruitful and meaningful, Bhadram karnebi shrunuyama deva. Let us listen to the glorious messages. Bhadram pashyema akshabir yajatraha. Let us watch the glorious things happening around us. Stirairangaihi tushtuvagam sastanubhir veshema devahitam yadayuhu. As long as we live in this world, let us perform mission-oriented, very good action, and that is the message of Hindu Dharma. So that Shanti Mantra is very, very good. Now, another message what I want to give you, very interesting. I was in US from June 30th to 6th July. Almost alternative year I used to go for attending the Kerala Hindus of North America conference and also delivering few lectures in the universities. In one of the lectures I delivered for the Kerala Hindus of North America, I just explained based on a question from the audience how these American students, American children should be brought with the Indian culture. One Swami explained, one Swami was expected to give the answer for that one, explained that one in different ways. He said that when they should be given freedom, they should be allowed to move around, they should be given the freedom to use their own way of life, select their own languages, select their own food and so on, so on, so on. But to the point he did not come. At that time, another question of similar nature came to me. So I said, whenever you are teaching Vedanta to the children, remember that Vedanta, even though it is one, teaching Vedanta, spirituality, Indian culture, Indian approach, Indian vision, Indian aspect, when you are teaching it to the lower primary student, come down to their level. When you are teaching Vedanta and other aspect to upper primary school, you elevate to the level of those students. When you go to the high school level audience, follow that pathway. When you are discussing with or delivering speeches for graduate, postgraduate, accordingly you elevate it and give in their wavelength. And I explained it how to follow Indian culture in your home. First the parents should follow that. And there should be a small musical instrument in their home which will be giving the audio of many mantras and so on. Switch on that small box, music box, which is giving you the mantras right from 6 o'clock or 5:30 for 1 hour, evening also for half an hour you switch on. Automatically the parents and the children will be learning mantras and other thing, kirtans, bhajans and other thing from this small box. The box may be costing 80 rupees or 100 rupees in India. There it may be costing $2 or $3. For 5 years it may be nicely functioning and later on you can throw and purchase another one. All these messages I give. But later the Swami, when delivering another speech, just severely criticized and said, There is no Vedanta for lower primary, there is no Vedanta for upper primary, there is no Vedanta for graduate or postgraduate. Vedanta is only one. See, intolerance of that Swami. And I never said that one Vedanta is different for different people. I said the way in which you have to explain Indian culture, Indian heritage, Indian values and Indian system, or including Vedanta to the children, depending upon their wavelength, at lower level go down by the teacher so that they will be understanding. At a higher level, the teacher should get himself or herself elevated into a higher position and given their wavelength. But the Swamiji intentionally distorted that and said there is no Vedanta, so-called Vedanta for lower primary, upper primary, high school or graduate or postgraduate. Vedanta is only one. It cannot be taught in different ways. So many a times when the Swamijis or the Sannyasis give this type of messages, they think, what they say, what their way of explanations are only the correct thing. That is sometimes creating problem in the Hindu mind. So always remember that the way in which you are teaching Indian culture or any subject, your level may be very high, but the most important thing is that you have to follow the wavelength of the people who are in front of you. Next point. You see, Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage. Many people are asking what you are doing, what is the mission of Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage. Almost all the Kerala people know it pretty well. But outside, it's not that much known. We have got a center in Tricur district, central district of Kerala, cultural capital of Kerala, nearby Maduvancheri, Kecheri, 14 kilometers from city center in Tricur district. Nearly 10 acres land is there, CBSE approved school is there, then an excellent canteen, an excellent guest house, 3 auditoriums, and a heritage temple, a heritage library, modern library and a high-tech library. 3 types of libraries are there. Tailoring centers are there, Bhaskara computer centers are there, Aryabhatta library is there, and we are doing a lot of work, teaching variety of heritage subjects, arts, martial arts, dances, music and so on. These are all taught for the students in our center. We are planning to have a deemed university status institute, whether approved by the government or not approved by the government. We are giving certificates to those who are learning Indian heritage, those who are teaching Indian heritage, those who are practicing Indian heritage, those who are demonstrating Indian heritage, whether it is science, whether it is music, whether it is dance, whether it is folk dance, whether it is Sanskrit, whether it is Indian scientific or technological heritage, any subject connected with the ancient India, if they are learning and they are teaching or preaching or practicing or propagating, inevitably remember that we are giving, depending upon their quality of knowledge, through mobile phone we will be interviewing them, and depending upon the quality of the knowledge we used to give them the certificate. Till now we have given certificate for about 800 students of different age. It includes 75-year-old person. It also includes 7-year-old boy or girl, from 7 to 70 or 75, independent of the age, independent of the background, independent of the caste, independent of the religion. We give the certificate for those who are learning, teaching, preaching, practicing and acting and reacting in a systematic way with a strong background of knowledge. For them we are giving the certificate. This is in short our activity in IISH. We are serving the poor people, we are serving the sick people, we are publishing I have written nearly 145 books. Many CDs are brought out, and in the YouTube we are daily uploading 4-5 subjects. This also will be uploaded in the YouTube. And remember, continuously we are doing the needful for learning and teaching Indian heritage in a scientific, rational and logical pathway. In our school we are teaching the Vedas, spoken Sanskrit is there. Variety of heritage subjects are also taught in that school. Thus, doing every minute with the support of thousands of youth, we are spreading Indian heritage, Indian culture. Remember that. Always we consider and always we used to say social media is the 11th avatar of Mahavishnu. Social media is the 11th avatar of Mahavishnu. Utilize it. You might have heard only 10th avatar up to Kalki, but in the 21st century, the 11th avatar has come, which is the social media, like internet, WhatsApp, YouTube, face page, Facebook. Utilize that for learning, teaching, preaching, practicing and reacting and acting. All aspect connected with Indian culture, Indian heritage, Indian values, Indian civilization, Indian knowledge, in short. Whether it is scientific, whether it is technological, whether it is social, whether it is spiritual, whether it is psychological, whether it is mental, whether it is economical, whether it is literature based, don't worry about it. Learn and teach and preach and practice and spread the message through ultra modern information technological tool. So we always used to say, start your WhatsApp group, start your face page group, and spread these messages available in different languages given by different sannyasis. This is about Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage. Now next point I will be giving once again about Ramayana. Not only Ramayana, about many other things. You know, Ramayana is the epic itihasa which could produce the negative into positive. You see, the Ramayana is written by a forest burglar who got converted into a sannyasi. And the Ramayana was written exclusively because while Valmiki Maharshi and Bharadwaja was going to the Tamasa river for morning ablution, he saw, Valmiki happened to see one hunter just sending an arrow to a couple of birds, of which one got shot and only one fallen down and died. Watching this painful scene of the falling of one of the bird, the weeping or the crying, the pain of the other bird created an opportunity to tell Ma Nishada Pradishtam Tomagamas Shashwati Samaha Yat Kraunjamidunadegam Abadhi Kamamohitam. This is the first sloka created from the shoka. Shoka, sorrow, to sloka. That negative got converted into 24,000 sloka containing Itihasa Valmiki Ramayana. All the Indian history you see, Parikshit Maharajan put the body of a dead snake in the neck of Shamika Maharshi. Shamika Maharshi's son Gavijata cursed the king, telling that 7th day this king will die by receiving the biting of the most poisonous Takshaka. So the curse, which is a negative, got converted into the Mahabhagavata Purana. Mahabhagavata Purana. You know, when Arjuna was so sad and said that I will not fight in the war in Kurukshetra, that negative of Arjuna got converted into Bhagavad Gita. At the age of almost 11, when Sri Rama said that in this world only death, disease, illness, pain, sorrows are there, so I do not want to sit in the throne of the king in Ayodhya. And Sri Rama became so sad and dejected. This dejection was utilized by Dasharatha Maharajan, father of Rama, and Dasharatha advised Vasishtha Maharshi to guide Sri Rama. And through 37,000 slokas, Vasishtha Maharshi gave direction to Sri Rama. This 37,000 or 36,000 slokas later came to know as Yoga Vasishtha, very complicated psychological management book. So remember, when Rama got dejected, that negative got converted into Yoga Vasishtha. I always used to say, when the terrorists attacked the Taj Hotel in Bombay, that gave India the opportunity to develop all type of terrorism fighting system, so that India is becoming almost free from internal terrorism coming from outside or generated from inside. The war with Pakistan gave us opportunity to develop our defense system. Now even the threat from China is making us self-reliant in producing the war arsenals. So India is the country which is converting all the negatives into positive. As a continuation of this point, I would like to say one more thing. There are three types of people in the world. First set of people who will be discussing about the negatives happening. Continuously they will be discussing about the negatives. Another set of people who will be solving the negatives, whatever is happening. Third set of people who will be converting or who used to convert the negatives into positives. Those who are discussing the negatives, those who are solving the negatives, and those who are converting the negatives into positives. That is converting and creating the opportunities from the negative. Now next point, you know Padmanabha Swami temple. It's worth talking for even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Padmanabha Swami temple can be labeled as the first wonder in the world. Built with pure granite and granite carving during a period when there was no coal, no electricity, no diesel, no electrical equipment. Purely human hand worked in creating this granite marvel. The leaning Pisa Tower or Eiffel Tower can be created once again if you want with the modern technological aspect. But remember, if Padmanabha Swami temple is demolished and would like to create another Padmanabha Swami temple, it is practically impossible. Such a huge granite pieces got carved and pillars are made, roofs are made using old Surki cement, and the carving of the granite is beyond the level of imagination. Some of the mandap in Padmanabha Swami temple is being 500 to 900 tons weighing. It is brought from faraway place known as Tirumala. How that such a huge piece of granite brought from such a long distance during a period when there was no crane, no lorry, nothing available. That is Padmanabha Swami temple. And now you know there are so many other cave type of part in which variety of gold, emerald, diamond and so on are kept. It is not even opened. When Tipu Sultan invaded Kerala, he and Malik Kafur from the Delhi dynasty invaded to South India. Malik Kafur just took everything from Madura Meenakshi temple. And Tipu Sultan just did Padayotam. He ran from Trichur to the northernmost part and just looted all the temple. But Travancore kings were very powerful. Anyone invading to Travancore, they cannot take any property from the kingdom, because all these gold and coins and every precious metals were kept under full powerful gate under the temple. And what are the things available there? Nobody can even imagine. Such a marvelous quantity, quality, precious stones and gold and everything were stored there for protecting those materials as the property of Travancore kingdom. And little bit of superstition existed in the king's mind, and they declared that this country is ruled by Ananda Padmanabha, Sri Padmanabha. So spiritually and religiously they were strongly bonded with the temple and the idol of the temple. The temple and the management was so powerfully done by the kings. So they always created an impression that these very precious materials should not go out because it is protected by the God Sri Padmanabha directly. Even Thiru Anandapuram, the word came from Sri Padmanabha. Sri Anandapuresha. So the scientific and the technological materials available even today in this Ananda Padmanabha Swami temple is something beyond the level of imagination or explanation in English words. Many bronze and brass vessels are there for cooking the food. It cannot be lifted down or lifted up by human beings. The help of the elephants are taken. Such a huge bronze and brass vessels are there. They are all carved 300, 400, 500, 600 or 900 years ago with a powerful metallurgical knowledge. Even today remain intact. So what we have to say, Padmanabha Swami temple is nothing but 10 times the most spectacular wonder of the world. Whether it is Eiffel Tower or Hanging Garden, whether it is Taj Mahal, whether it is Eiffel Tower, they will not come nearer to Sri Padmanabha Swami temple. There are music pillars are there. They are all powerful music pillars created during a period then carving machines were not there, quick fix was not there, Fevicol was not there. 1,000 pillars carved and musical sound used to come from that one. So you are welcome to Padmanabha Swami temple and watch many of these things, not all of these things. Strict rules are available there for entry and exit. With these messages I will be concluding my message in English, but will be continuing later also. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.